All right, what is up? I have no viewers, but we're gonna keep throwing the kitchen sink and just keep being consistent until I get some, basically. And what we're gonna be covering today again is another one of the series. Is another part in the series of where I just like take your situations and I try to extrapolate them and make them, or try to find a solution for them. And if the solution sucks, you guys can let me know and I can learn from this thing so that in a year I become the best personal trainer I can be. Anyways, with that out of the way, the situation this time today is, let me check the he weighs roughly as of September 3rd. I'm training this guy for free. Don't know if you guys know that. I train skinny guys for free. He weighed on September 3rd, 4:10 p.m. He weighed his height and weight was 5'10" at 136 pounds. I don't think he's 5'10", by the way. Sorry, dude. But basically then later on he has started hard bulking. He started bulking past the calories I allotted him, and he's gotten up to around like in the 150s now. So he's made a lot of progress. He has a ton of much more muscle mass, and he is natural at the moment too, and everything like that. He has gained some fat, but honestly, I'm not too worried about that. We put him on a glucose disposal agent so he wouldn't become too insulin desensitized, and put it towards his like bigger meals for him to eat the GDA beforehand. But anyways, besides the point, the real situation is he's about 5'9" or 10. We're gonna say 5'9", and he's like about 150, 155 pounds, and he did have a. After looking at his physique, he didn't have the best lat development or lateral delt development, right? And he had a disproportionate back. The left side, bottom left trap was a little less defined as the bottom right trap, right? So how do we go about fixing this? So first off, what I did was I started taking care of the back thing first. That's what we're gonna mainly focus on in this video. We'll get into shoulder stuff some other time because I actually have decently built shoulders. So I think it could be the swimmers thing where like you swim because you look like a swimmer. You don't look like a swimmer because you swim. And so I think I can give you some really good tips on how to build a lateral delt because I have decent delts and I got them from really good practice, not from amazing genetics, just like strict form and stuff like that. But anyways, I digress. We'll talk about the back stuff again. So I asked him a couple things. I asked him what he was doing for his lat pull downs, and eventually he told me he was doing a very wide grip. It was, with this coming down here. Now, the problem with a very wide grip is that when you have a very wide grip, you're going to have a lesser range of motion. It's going to be hard to get to the bottom portion of the lat with this wide grip without your arms kind of driving back a little bit sometimes and kind of coming into a row. And we don't want that. You want to kind of keep it in front of you and you want to be able to bring it down. Like so, you come up, you stretch, you kind of come down with a little bit of an arch in your back. Not crazy to where it hurts your lower back, but just a slight one. Okay, so when I saw you had a wide ass grip like that, a neutral grip too, I was like, okay, we need to look at a couple things. And I think we should change that because some people might love that grip, and if it works for you, great. But currently, fuck, I can't fucking talk. But currently, it did not work for him, so we have to switch to the grip style, right? He was progressively overloading. He was doing everything decently right, and so far, what I saw from form and what he told me about his form, he won't send me a video, even though I fucking beg him to. Um, see, for his four, it looks pretty decent. So we're gonna lie off the fact that's probably the grip. So I said we need to find a more narrow grip, okay? One that will let you have a deeper range of motion. And he said he couldn't find one right around here, which is where I prefer people have their grips. It's right around here, something like that. But he was out here. So I was like, okay, if you don't have one like this, fair enough. We can either do a smaller grip like this, which I know is not exactly optimal, but if he feels it and it works better for him than this wide ass grip, that's still fucking better. It's still an improvement, right? So what we did next was I was like, okay, you don't have that grip. What I recommended he do is do a reverse grip lat pull down. So now his hands are where I want them to be. You could really feel your lats with that one. It's an amazing movement. I really do recommend it. It may not be the best movement. It might use a little more bicep, but if that means he gets a little more lat development too, because he feels it better in his lats and has a better range of motion, which he said he does feel it better and he does like this workout more, then that's a-okay. Fuck it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come down. When you come down, the nice arch in your back, and you're gonna bring it down with your latch. You're not going to do this thing. You kind of start bringing your arms in. You're gonna let your elbows be the driver, and you're gonna do a hook grip like so. And you're just gonna pull down with your elbows. You're not going to do this movement where you kind of row it back, or you're not gonna squeeze your biceps. It's just pulling it down from your elbows, and the hook grip kind of helps with that mind muscle connection. Because if you have a hook grip, you can kind of just sit there and be like, oh, this is a hook. It's made just to hold it, and all the pulling is coming from the elbow. It's like a little thing personal trainers will say, or just bodybuilders, whatever, will say. It's gonna help with the mind muscle connection. Sorry, I have a sinus infection. That's why I'm winded. Whew. Anyways, so we're doing the reverse grip lat pull down right now. I'm having him do it for about 8 to 12 reps with a slower eccentric, you know, and I want him to first the first rep I want him to do. Actually, that's for a different exercise. Anyways, we'll go on to the next exercise then. So how do we fix the disproportionate lower traps, right? So first thing you're going to want to do is assess which one's the lacking part. Obviously for him, it was the left back lower trap. Okay, his right lower trap was more developed. So what are we going to do? We're going to hit the left trap first, do a single arm maneuver or movement or exercise. I can't talk. I all of a sudden when I turn a camera on, I become fucking slow. Don't know if you noticed. And my sarcasm really fucking increases. It's crazy, you know. Anyways, though, so we're going to take it. We're going to do a unilateral movement, or is it bilateral? I think it's unilateral movement, basically meaning you're going to do one arm at a time for movement. You're not going to be a barbell. It's more like a dumbbell thing. And we're going to do a cable row, okay? And we're going to row it kind of a little. We're going to have like a neutral underhand grip. So not underhand, not neutral, kind of like right around here, I'd say. It's where I feel the best. I told him to experiment, see what he likes the best. And we're going to row it back here and bring your elbow back a little farther back. Keep your everything straight, keep your back straight, and then bring your elbow back like this. There you go. And you can slightly twist your trunk, aka the torso, just a little bit, not too much. If you're doing it mainly for lats, you would stop right here for the most part. But for since trying to hit this lower trap right here, we'll kind of come back and squeeze for a second and then go. So what I told him to do was do a set with the left side first, and then copy however many reps you get with the right side. Even if the right side isn't tired yet, you're just going to stop. Why? No, you're going to miss out some gains. Yes, but it's also about proportionality. It's not just about always getting fucking bigger. It's about making sure you get bigger in the right places. Proportionality is important when it comes to bodybuilding. It would suck if your fucking arms were huge and your fucking legs were shit, right? Oh, but I'm bigger. No, you look like a fucking messed up stick man. All right, you're fucked, dude. No, you're not okay. You need a therapist if you think that looks good. Take an SSRI. Shut the fuck up. Now, with that said, also what I said for the first rep, what I want him to do is to come back with his left arm, hold it in an isometric hold at the peak contraction for a second until he feels it in the right place, and then carry on with his set to make sure we just isolate the lower trap. So there we go. That's how I assess the client, the guy. Oh, you made this much progress, yada yada yada. You don't have amazing lat development. You're using this grip. Let's try a little shorter grip and get a better muscle connection. Try to hit the lat a little more. Use a hook grip. Focus on where your elbows are at. Have a tiny arch and accentuate the eccentric. Then I was like, all right, so what are we going to do with your back? We're going to do a unilateral movement, one arm at a time. Start with the left one, match it with the right arm. First contraction is going to be held for a little bit until you feel it in the right place, and then match that with the right arm. Pretty simple stuff. All right, this is what I did. And so far, he's let me know, we're kind of coming back and forth, that he does like this workout plan. He thinks it's actually better than the first one I made him, which is always amazing to hear when it comes to training people and helping them with this stuff. It is extremely difficult to give someone a workout plan online after you assess everything and then have them be like, oh, I actually feel this in the right places because you're not there to actually like maneuver their arms, stuff like that. So it's really amazing. And I love that he likes it. It's a great feeling. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. Or if you have any thoughts on what I gave him or you don't like it, just let me know in the comments. Or if you have a situation yourself, you can always email me or get on my Instagram, Noah_TOK, or comment it. Yeah. You guys have a great day.